Welcome back to Get Ready with Juanita. If you would like to see how I got this look, please continue watching. Hi there, guys. So it's another day and another Get Ready with me, and I'm going to use my Fenty foundation. And just to start, well, it's May and it's snowing. That's a lot of fun, isn't it? But the thing is, it's a very light snow, thank goodness, so it shouldn't stay. So I'm just going to buff this into my skin. Lovely. Such a pretty foundation. And then I'm going to use the Tower 28 Serum Concealer. And the reason why I sort of put a little bit extra just down on my chin and around my nose, these are, I find, surfaces that, in my experience, really wear faster than others. And then, of course, I put a little extra on my eyes because I'm just trying to cover up any of the discoloration from veins and that, and dark circles. Mine aren't too bad, but still bad enough for me to want to put some concealer there. And then I always put a little bit upper on my forehead right there. All right. Now, if you want a more intense, okay, sorry about that interruption. I had a call come in. But what I was saying, like, so if you want like the concealer to be a little bit more opaque, then what you would do is you would lay it where you want it laid and you would leave it for a little while and then go in and spread it out. And then it's going to, be more opaque, so it's covering more of the dark circles. I just go ahead and spread it out. I'm not overtly concerned today anyway. So that's just a little tip, but I'm just going to use my Charlotte Tilbury bronzer, and I'm just going to go in and put a little bit of my bronzer on. All right, I got some of my bronzer on, and then I'm going to go in with my Rare Beauty blushes. I'm going to use the illuminator first. I'll just do a little bit of underpainting here. Put on some of the, well, let me see. I think I'll just use this. So I'm just going to spread that out. And then I'm going to go with the blush, and I'll have all the shades in that down below. Otherwise, I'd have to put on my glasses. I should, I suppose, but I'll just get this spread out. Really pretty blush that is. Okay, guys. So now that I got that on, I'm just going to go in with the setting powder, and today I'm just going to go use my Laura Mercier. Use a little bit of the Laura Mercier I put a little bit too much on my triangle, and I just sort of patted it off on the back of my hand just so, because I don't need a lot of powder. I have dry skin, so I need to use just a light layer just to set things. And I mean, like a powder like this probably wouldn't be so good for somebody with oily skin because the oils would probably sort of break through it pretty quick. So the Huda Beauty apparently is a beautiful one for all skin types, I heard. I've tried it. I've got a little sample here and it didn't feel too drying on my face, so that felt good. So I like to try different things and see sort of what works for me and what doesn't. All right, guys, so I've got all that on. I'm just going to go off camera and get my eyebrows done, and I'll be right back. I'm back and I have my eyebrows done, and I also created this look today, and I used my Solmane II palette. I wanted to see if, what sort of variety of looks that I could create, and I came up with this, and I think that looks just fabulous. It's beautiful. Again, these shadows really performed the way I expected them to, so I'm just going to show you how I created the look. So the first color I used was this beautiful yellow, and I'm just going to grab my blending brush. I'm just going to give it a white just because sometimes I'll like blend through colors and I don't want to contaminate the other eye like with a different shade. So I'm just going to start applying the yellow first and blending this yellow out. Nice transition color. And with my crease color, because I have hooded eyes, I usually always like stay above the crease, only because if I didn't, you wouldn't see my shadow at all, like when I close my eyes, because they're hooded, as you can see. So I'm just going to blend this out, get some nice pigment laid down. Just blend that out. Lovely. So this is like a pretty neutral look from a palette that's colorful because it's got a lot of purples and blues, and it's really nice to be able to still create a nice neutral look out of such a colorful palette. So the next color I'm going to use is this beautiful beige. I'm just going to go in and I'm going to start building this right here. We're just going to build that right on into that yellow and at the corner and under the eye. Okay, and then the next color I'm going to go in with is this beautiful deep brown down at the bottom. And I'm going to put that right here in the corner. I think it's awesome when you can get like a true variety of looks from a palette. It just makes it that much more fun to use because you can just become more creative with what you can get out of it. Yeah, okay, that's so pretty. So the next thing I'm going to do is just go in with my NYX glitter glue. I'll put my palette down. Just use a little tiny bit of glitter glue right here. Lovely. And then I'm gonna use this beautiful shimmer, not the blue, but the shimmer right here. That's gorgeous, beautiful shimmer. And I'm gonna put it right on the brown, like so. And then I'm going to go into this beautiful light shimmer come under the lid just a tiny bit. Meet the two. And then I'm going to go back and we're going to just go over the two again and get them merging together. Perfect. Then what I'm going to do is just use this brush here and I'm just going to blend it out. Just go over it. These shimmers are so beautiful. Okay, and then I'm going to go back into the, just gotta get the brush that I use for my dark brown. I'm going to go back into that dark brown, and now I'm going to darken up the outer corner again. Okay. Then I'm going to use my eyeliner brush. I'm going to take that dark brown and I'm just going to deepen that like right next to my lash line here. Okay, lovely. Next, I'm going to use my Cheekbone Beauty multi-purpose stick and I'm just going to snatch my line right here just a little bit. Just give it a little snatch. Perfect. And I'm going to go in with my e.l.f. palette and I'm going to do my brow bone. And then I'm going to use this shade here just to help, even though it's not a gray shade, and gray shades are usually used to contour, but I'll use this to help shape my nose. There we go. And I like to blend this into my nose a bit just so it's not so stark, but saying that I also put my finishing powder over it, which blends it even that much more. Okay, and then I'm just going to go in with my House Labs powder bronzer. Just touch up my forehead. And then for my blush, I'm going to use Raisin. This is Risky Raisin by Singe Beauty. I'm just going to deepen that in the back, just right back here. And then just come forward with whatever is left, sort of to blend it in forward. But I want the back there just a little bit more depth. There we go. I mean, to look at this color, it would look very intimidating, but I just use a light hand with it and I love it. It's a really beautiful shade. Okay, that's good. And then I'm just gonna go in with my setting powder from Charlotte Tilbury. Lovely. I'm gonna use my setting spray from Charlotte Tilbury. Awesome. So guys, I'm just going to let that dry. I'll probably use my fan and I'm going to put on my mascara and I'll be back in a couple of minutes. I'm back and I have my mascara done and my hair is getting a little bit long now. I have to see my hairdresser again soon. But anyway, guys, so my blushes that I used, the illuminator was in Live-In, and then this one was Virtue, the Rare Beauty blush, the liquid blush. And I'm going to be putting on Endurance today, but first I'll put on some of my Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. Okay. And then I'll just put on now. So this is one of my new lipsticks from it's new to me, but it's from the Oden's Eye out of my mystery boxes. Okay. Oh, that's a pretty shade with this look. I like that. So anyway, guys, I'm definitely liking the way my makeup turned out today. And the Solmane II palette is not disappointing me so far. So I'm really enjoying the looks I am getting out of it. So anyway, guys, if you don't mind, please subscribe to my channel and ring that notification bell, and that way you're notified of any future uploads. And if you enjoyed today's content, give it a like. It would really help me out. And leave a comment. I would love to know your opinion. Anyway, guys, I gotta say I'm feeling good and I'm ready for my day. And I wish all of you guys a good day too.